Hello everyone, it's great to see you again. Welcome to Chapter 4, Section 3 of the online video course Chinese Traditional Culture and Spiritual Healing. My name is James, a teacher at Guangdong University of Foreign Studies.
Professor, how does Zhuangzi propose we achieve happiness?
Zhuangzi believes that the real secret of happiness lies in subtracting from one's life. Life subtraction, as we can refer to it, can reduce the difficulty brought by the desire of life addition. Lao Tzu, the founder of Taoism, said, "Pursue knowledge by adding, pursue Tao by subtracting." Lao Tzu believes that one's progress in the secular sense usually means a process of positive addition. That is, there is something more than in the past, such as more knowledge, wealth, and prestige. On the contrary, the key to achieving Tao is to remove, forget, and get rid of something. Zhuangzi holds the same view. In his opinion, people who have attained the Tao have not gained more than others, but have in fact lost. One of the important things that they have lost is desire. There is an expression in the article "In the World of Men" from Zhuangzi that only by being empty can people gain the Tao. Being empty is a kind of inner practice to reduce desire. The famous expressions, the fasting of the mind, sit down and forget everything, daily decrease, lose myself, in Zhuangzi, are examples of life subtraction, or in other words, examples of being empty. Being empty is a medicine prescribed by Zhuangzi for the suffering which results from desire. There is a saying in Zhuangzi, "The empty chamber where brightness is born. Fortune and blessing gather where there is stillness." Zhuangzi believes that when we use empty work to dispel the desire that covers the soul, the fortune and blessing of the Tao will take care of us, and the infinite light will appear in our hearts. This is just like the sun shining into a clean and empty house, which makes people feel refreshed and warm. The brightness in the empty chamber does not mean monotony and tedium, but rather it means simplicity after extreme beauty. When we apply red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and purple on the windmill in turn, and let it spin quickly, the color that appears is white. Therefore, white is the most abundant color. Ancient Chinese culture paid attention to leaving blank spaces in artwork. These blank spaces are not lifeless, but like fog, rain, and wind, with vivid charm and lofty artistic conception. Zhuangzi believes that we should not let our desires blind our hearts and mistakenly consider fulfilling desires as the whole meaning of life. We should understand that, in addition to chasing fame and fortune, there are many other pleasures in life. Chasing desire in life too fast will make us too late to enjoy the fruit of life. The human mind, loaded with too many desires, will make us unaware of simple happiness. And only when we have various hobbies, quiet souls, and a slow pace of life can the true beauty of life be revealed. Professor Zhang Wenliang from National Taiwan University wrote a famous poem called "Take a Snail for a Walk." God told me to take a snail for a walk, which I did. I couldn't walk too fast, as the snail was doing its best, each time inching a bit. I urged, yelled, and scolded it. The snail gave me a sorry look, as if it had used all its might. I dragged, pulled, and even thought of kicking it. But sweating and panting, the injured snail used all its effort and kept moving on. Why did God ask me to walk a snail? It's odd. God, why? Heavenly silence gave no detail. Maybe God is going to catch snails. Okay, I let it go. Since God left us alone, why should I care? On crawled the snail, followed by sulky me, wanting to cry. But I sniffed the fragrance of flowers and discovered a garden there lie. I felt the breeze blowing. It turned out that the wind at night was so gentle. I then heard the chirping birds. I then heard the buzzing bugs. And I wanna hold it tight. Twinkling stars in the sky. And I remembered what I had missed walking fast by. God's message suddenly sank into my mind. He meant for the snail to walk me, as I now find. The snail in the poem is just like our children. We always think that children are procrastinating. Parents' most frequent expression to our children is, "Be quick." But instead of children being too slow, perhaps it is true that we are too fast. Sometimes we envy children because it is so easy for them to be happy. Why are children so happy? Because their hearts are not filled with endless desires of chasing fame and fortune. There is room instead for true happiness to appear. Children can be surprised by discovering the 5-pointed star in the core part of the apple that is cut horizontally. They have great fun watching ants moving, picking up falling leaves on the ground, stepping in muddy puddles, and playing in the mud. Children's hobbies are more extensive than ours, and their scope for feeling happy is much greater than ours. This is a gift from God. In fact, this gift is given to every one of us, but we adults are blinded by the strong desire for fame and wealth and have lost this gift. Zhuangzi said, "The expansion of desire will take life far away from itself and thus cause harm to life." There is a passage in Zhuangzi's Heaven and Earth that is worthy of pondering. Namely, that there are 5 conditions under which our innate nature is lost. First, when the 5 colors confuse the eye and cause the eyesight to be unclear. Second, when the 5 notes confuse the ear and cause the hearing to be unclear. Third, when the 5 odors stimulate the nose and produce weariness and congestion in the nose. Fourth, when the 5 flavors dull the mouth, causing the sense of taste to be impaired. Fifth, when the desire to give and take unsettles the mind and makes us flippant and restless. These 5 are all dangers to life. I will talk about the points that touch me most. The first is the 5 notes confuse the ear and cause the hearing to be unclear. We are so desensitized by the constant stimulation of fast-paced and heavy pop music that we can no longer hear the beautiful symphony of nature. Have you ever noticed the sound of the wind blowing? Haruki Murakami has a novel named Hear the Wind Sing, which is so beautiful. Have you noticed the sound of gurgling water, falling leaves, chirping birds and insects? These are the real sounds of nature, but most of us don't pay attention because our hearing has been destroyed by music that is too overbearing and lustful. Next, the 5 flavors dull the mouth, causing the sense of taste to be impaired. I would like to share with you an analogy from Professor Wang Yan, which helped to deepen my understanding of this. Born in Hunan province, she naturally grew up eating Hunan cuisine, which is known for its rich and spicy flavors. After she came to Guangdong, she was uncomfortable with Cantonese cuisine because of its light and relatively bland taste. But in reality, Cantonese cuisine is more natural and nutritious by retaining the original taste of the ingredients to the greatest extent. However, it doesn't arouse her interest because her concept of taste is destroyed by foods that are too lustful and overpowering. Finally, is the claim that the desire to give and take likes and dislikes unsettles the mind and makes us flippant and restless. A person who suffers from gains and losses and only knows to get, but not to give, is bound to be anxious. A student of mine once complained to me that she was tired. I asked why. She said that she wants to get a double degree, go abroad, take the civil service exam, take the postgraduate entrance exam, serve as a class leader, join student clubs, and fall in love. But she doesn't know what to do. I told her, if you chase 2 rabbits at the same time, you will get neither rabbit. You can't want everything at the same time because our life energy is limited. This example shows us that we originally want to bring happiness by satisfying our desires, but in the end, we might lose our way or even our life because of desires. This reminds me of a fable. A man visits a tribal leader. The leader said, "You can go west from here and make a mark. As long as you come back before the sun sets, the land from here to that mark is yours." When the sun set, this man did not come back because he was too greedy and went too far, leaving insufficient time to come back. On the journey of chasing desire, we often forget why we set out on it. Isn't this fable a warning to our own lives? We've now reached the end of section 3 of chapter 4. Before we finish, I have some questions for you to think about. You can see them on the screen now. Please pause the video to think about them and continue when ready. Can life subtraction reduce our endless desires? According to Lao Tzu, what must you do to achieve knowledge? And what must you do to achieve the Tao? What do you like about the poem, Take a Snail for a Walk? According to Zhuangzi, what are 5 conditions under which our innate nature is lost? Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.